Yeah, I've been playing Mario 64. No. No, I've not touched the other two yet, no. No, well, Mario 64's been good. Shit. Right, they found me. I'm gonna have to call you back. Right then. Let's do this. This is Akane, a fast-paced hack-and-slash indie game developed by Ludic Studios. And the goal of the game is simple: to kill as many guys as possible before you die. You play as Akane. She has mastered the way of the blade, and, armed with a katana and a gun, hordes of yakuza are trying to take her down. In the battle arena of Mega Tokyo, it's kill or be killed. Because while you kill enemies in just one hit, you are also taken down in just one hit. But that's okay, because you do have a few tools at your disposal to help you survive. You can deflect sword strikes and bullet shots alike, and if you're really lucky, you can deflect bullet shots into enemies, which really does feel badass when you get it right. You can dash around, which gives you a little bit of breathing room, unless you just so happen to dash into an enemy that's attacking, which I may or may not have done a few times. And then there's the one ability which truly shows that Akane has mastered the way of the blade, the Dragon Slash. Fill this bar up by doing what Akane does best, and you can use this ability which lets Akane dash from one side of the screen to the other, cutting down anyone that just so happens to be in the way. But that's not all. Fill up all 3 bars and then you can use the ultimate super secret technique, the Dragon Slayer. Try that again. The Dragon Slayer. Which, once pulled off, will let you eliminate every single enemy on the screen. It comes with a cool little animation before it, which is really, really cool. But what are these enemies that you're going to be cutting down in droves? Well, for such a small game, I think there is just enough variety in its enemies. You have your standard yakuza thug, and fortunately, they do have quite a lot of visual difference between them. If they all looked the same, I think it would get very dull very fast. But then you have your more elite guys. Something as simple as the standard yakuza thug with a gun is considered one of the more elite enemies. They are very, very accurate, so kill them, or deflect them, or kill them by deflecting them. That's always fun. There are the big brutes that, as you might imagine, are slightly harder to kill. They don't die in just one hit, and they can still kill you in just one hit. So I personally resorted to running away, shooting at them, and then trying to dragon slash through them to finish them off. It's probably the safest way that I could go without being grabbed around the throat and then just crushed. And the last of the elites that you will come across is the ninja. The ringing of their blade lets you know that they are about to strike. They have a slower version of your Dragon Slash, but you can't just run up to them and hit them, because they too can parry attacks. There's a small moment just after they've attacked when they're vulnerable, and that's when you have to try and get in there and slash them. But then, after every 100 guys that you cut down, you'll have to face the boss, which does get slightly more difficult every time that you meet him. And fighting this boss is where you find the sparse story that's scattered throughout this game. There's a short back and forth between Akane and the boss whenever you fight him, and while the story isn't too deep, it's not really the focus of the game. It's really a flow game. A game where once you just get into the zone and everything just works out well. You're slashing perfectly, you're parrying perfectly, you're on a 150 kill streak, and then you wake up and then you get cut down. It's one of those games that puts you in like a zen state of gaming. Really fun. But then, that's made even better thanks to this game's amazing soundtrack. The mix of traditional instruments and electronic bits thrown in on the top fit perfectly with this game's style. Slashing down yakuza while the soundtrack going on in the background is a really fun experience. And I usually have something on my second monitor whenever I'm playing through games, just something to watch while I'm doing something else. But the soundtrack in this was so good that I didn't want to listen to anything else. I just wanted to hear the soundtrack of this game and just get in the zone. But all in all, the game is really, really cheap. It's insanely fun and absolutely worth checking out. It's even on the Switch if you want a Akane on the go. It's absolutely something that I recommend you at least trying out. But that's it for this video. If you've liked it, don't forget to like it. And if you want to see whenever I upload a new video, well, there's a subscribe button down there, and I'm sure you know what to do with it. But until next time, did you know I'm English? Cheerio.